Already want to show you where Michelob is gang stalking with, you hear the train, with Union Pacific. These are companies that are engaged in the pattern conduct. Stater Brothers, you already know that. They're doing so at the venue. This is also DD's Discounts. Their demon-possessed gang stalking employees are monitoring. Let me show you where they're monitoring at. Clearly you see this is at what is 6:30 a.m. I just want to be clear. I'm going to prosecute this little broke down store. They're engaged in the pattern of conduct. They're pacing while they're going in and out, reporting to work. So that's the use of their employment to engage in the state's pattern of conduct. And they're doing it in the specific environment. First of all, the fake sun is here 6 hours later. 4 hours later, where the Ontario police are flying in circles over my head as I'm documenting the people of the state like I'm documenting now. 9U Zebra Charlie 342, gang stalking DD's Discounts. 8 David Edward Mary 060, gang stalking DD's Discounts in furtherance of murder. So in the specific environment, that's Engineer Light over there under Subway. This is supposed to be the fake sun right here. This is supposed to be the fake sun. There's no light that's going to appear in this manner, okay? Underneath the covering at that. But it's, the entity's engaged in this, and this is my shadow, okay? That's appearing underneath the covered structure. I just want you to see. This is what I captured for another example. I'll give you Ontario Airport in the hotel. And this is also speaking to not only the presence of the fakes and the duration of time, but the presence of this engineer light that's touching everything. And that's supposed to be serving what is this illusion regarding sun and sunlight. Sunlight does not shoot this way horizontally through the air. You're not driving through light that's shooting like a laser through the air. It's not ricocheting off of objects, creating the shape of the object that it touches and appears flat on the ground. It doesn't also appear flat on the ground outside and also on the inside of venues where they're engaged in what is the maintenance of this engineer light because they're monitoring. The entities engaged in the maintenance of this fake sun, which is present at 12:51 p.m. in this same exact manner. And by same exact manner, I mean when I'm walking over here, walking out back toward the Ovid Family Community Library, like I documented on Sunday, the fake sun is a brighter yellow and it's just over the top of my head at this same portion of the parking lot. That's serving an illusion. And this is an unintelligent illusion. It's light that's actually just coming out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with what is the appearance of this fake sun. And it's also sensitive to what it is that I'm observing because I am being monitored. Monitoring is demonic. Your thoughts, your devices, and what I'm thinking about is this evidence as I'm using my device. So this is simultaneous criminal monitoring, federal stalking on devices in concert with the people of the state. Okay, so the entities engage in what is maintaining this engineer light, and it rapidly increases as I begin documenting, as I begin observing it. It's under no circumstances sunlight. Okay, this is P.O.C. and it coats everything. And everybody's in this environment reporting to work. That's a prosecution of DD's. Prosecution of Pepe's towing. You already know that they're terrorists. I've documented them being an egregious sex offender. And this local sex offender is going to be federally prosecuted, engaging in surveillance for years. Okay, I believe that they're from the cursed town of Ontario, California, headquartered. The entities engaged in this P.O.C., this demon in the white pickup truck committing sexual assault and battery as an entity as I walk out of Stater Brothers. They're all in the engineer light. This is the same smoke. This is the same King's Tattoo dentist office right here. This is where Ontario police engaged in flying in circles right here. And that ritual you saw, psychopathic pacing in the engineer light where they're all stalking the target. This is what they do as they murder people. As they murder the target, this is what they do as they sexually violate the target. That is sacrificing the target, okay? This is the entity that's gang stalking. And I'm breaking down the system, but it's also relevant to what is diagnosing what will be their mental illness, and you're prosecuting what is public corruption. DD's is intentionally and knowingly engaging the surveillance system. Their demon-possessed employees are the ones that are facilitating it, and so is DD's Discounts. While the fake sun is over me, DD's Discounts will be prosecuted as an establishment that's engaging in terrorism and sexual assault and battery. This is P.O.C. at the Ontario Village Shopping Center. This is all engineer light underneath covered structure, and it's in the same manner at 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. My documentation shows, as I've already been publishing on the internet, at 4 o'clock in the evening, this sun would not be still over this same address. Not only that, it's over the top of my head at the same Stater Brothers in the same shopping plaza at 4 o'clock. There is no amount of years that's going to change the impossibility of that. This is where the airport is engaging in what is surveillance with the people, psychopathic pacing in the sky space, while their job is to stalk, pace all around in the light, and touch with light. This is sexual violence, psychological torture, criminal stalking, and furtherance of murder, and it's state action. 58005X1, targeting with impossible light you see on the ground, but they also are touching me with impossible light. That's what I documented the other morning when the aged biddy with liver spots is committing sexual assault and battery because the sun was right here reflecting off of her windshield, coating my entire body with engineered light. These are stalkers. And stalkers are going by business names, and you're going to prosecute the businesses. This is a federal RICO case, which the government has manifested. This is P.O.C. It's currently 6:35 a.m. This is impossible light activity. This is engineer light. This is the evidence of criminal surveillance, and it's not circumstantial evidence, it's direct evidence. P.O.C.